Um, don't mind little gaming computer that goes to my gaming computer. Um, it's fascinating that all my work I've done seems to be paying off very readily. Wellly, I didn't like Baby Greed. Anyway, this is hard. Trying to practice how Baby Greed acts, and sometimes his words don't become correctly. And remember, baby talks sometimes don't answer correctly. They simply turn into baby talks. It's hard to learn how baby greed is, but yeah, when you're baby greed, you have to act like a pure newborn baby, a baby that talks. If you ever heard of the Red Rats, they talk in children mode, like they're babies, and you can hear them talking. But when you're an adult, you hear them mumbling as a baby. So you know how hard it is to do that. It's difficult to be a pure baby talking, and mumbling some words incorrectly can lead to that. And yes, um, I I like to take. I've been taking you guys very far on an adventure on Sonic and Baby Greed CD2. Now this is just the music album, not the game. I do take out three models from pictures and they're mine to use for commercial use, as their license states. But I even draw some myself, and it comes out very good. I even drawn about some sort of. I'm thinking about drawing a shield, but it has to be Glenn, and I do know how to model. Just to let you know, I do. Um, I can tell you, I didn't imagine that it will take the temple picture and take the model. Wow, that is amazing. How their AIs are improving. Now, I can do all this, but it takes a long time to draw a character like this. So I imagine just to take the characters from Sonic's, not Sonic, but make my own characters. But making these characters take a very long time to design. You have to go to art school for this. And yeah, I was thinking about going to that, but hey, they saved me a lot of time to get it done. You're asking me, are you still gonna go to art school for? Yes, I am. I'd rather let Sega do this kind of work. And Sega didn't seem to want me to take this model. They wanted to do it themselves. But hang on, someone's at the door. Well, there's no one at the door, just someone probably in the bathroom. But yeah, it's now. Please understand. Um, don't think I'm a joke. No, I'm not. I'm actually good. I'm actually worth something. I'm actually the man for the job, and I'm not a phony. I'm actually a good person, and you don't want to call me a phony for all this work I do, because I'm more than something like that. I'm more than an awesome guy that's building these awesome things and making an awesome. Probably just let me just give you a breakdown. This is probably what I'm achieving for Sonic and Baby Green CD. We can go to uh, I don't got it here. More options. What's this? I don't see it here. Why didn't Microsoft fix this problem? Oh boy, let me pause it for me. I gotta go get it. Sorry about that. But yeah, Microsoft seems to be improving this tool. They're adding stuff to this. Now, some of these tools has never been in this. Maybe I'm hoping they add more of these triangle shapes, these more shapes for this. It'd be awesome they add more shapes. They need to add more shapes as Microsoft's lifting. They do need to add more shapes. Turn it into a more baseline. Because these shapes we have seen, we should add more shapes down here. Anyway, what I'm talking about, what is coming out of Sonic and Baby CD2 is this is what's coming out of it. Now, I'm not drawing the official CD cartridge, the CD game, no. I'm just showing you what it's going to look like. Well, I'll just give you this. This is the best I can do for it, just for a child thing. And the rest are supposed to be checkers, so I don't have time to make checkers. If they had a checkered thing, that would be great. But making too many squares, you know, I can do it this way. Block it out. I could do it this way. This is the best I can do. Right now, this is what I can do for now. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna do it. What it's gonna be? It's supposed to be a checkered. I'm just gonna draw. It's supposed to be blue and green, like yellow, and it's more like a checkers cart. Let me just paint it in this. If I only had the checkers, so I'm just gonna put this. Do it this way. Nope. Good thing about it, it had that. And we could just make the name black. Make it as big. Oh, make it bigger. Can't see the two, so just go like that. CD2. This is Sonic and Berry Green, CD2. That's what it looked like, but it's more like mixed in with blue and like yellow. The colors probably be more like dark or beautiful, like casino color cartridge green and some blue, just going down and like this. But it's beautiful. That's how I'm visualizing the game for Sonic and Baby Green CD2. That's how the game looks like inside. But from the cartridge, you probably see it this way. But this is, like I said, people. I am not going to build the game. What I could do is just pull some of it out and, like, it's like a rep. Nah, it's real. It's a real game, but it just can't jump all like that. Everybody's liking this game. It's like numbers are growing. Then Sonic and Baby Adventures GR. They seem to like this one better than the other one because it's very good. But for the other one, it takes a long time because it's a very big game. The one Sonic and Baby Great Adventures GR is a very big game. That's the beginning before we go to this one. But you can see parts of Sonic and Baby Great CD2 in Sonic and Baby Great Adventures GR. Now I already gave you a glimpse of a piece of it from the starting of the game, probably the demo piece of it. You will see pieces of Sonic and Baby Green CD2, and the child will probably dream of futures and probably this guy, where Sonic is standing up to the thing. Will it be in the game? Maybe in his dream, but not in the demo. Probably in the full game, you will see some of this pieces from Sonic and Baby Green CD2. Like it's there. It's going to happen. The game's going to happen. It's going to it's going to happen after Sonic and Baby Green Adventures GR. Also, Sega Racers are also going to be a part of it too. But that's going to be the Dream Team. The Dream Teams are going to see the Sega Racers in the dream, so they will see Sega Racers. So they will be Sega Racers, Sonic and Baby Green, Sonic and Baby Green CD2. So they'll be Sega for Dream Team, Sega Racers. For Baby Green, for Sonic and Baby Green, they will get Sonic and Baby Green CD2, going that way, this way, and that way. Now, what about for the Commandos? They will get a action pack. Um, um, what they call that? Um, distance. Maybe a some sort of scary game, or yeah, some maybe some dark future game that they unravel. It's just like Resident Evil. Yeah, they go and unravel things in a mansion house or some sort of house to figure out what would be the future of what happens. They will unravel pictures, artifacts, collect powerful guns, take on powerful monsters. That's from there, and they're trying to. It's very good. So you get they will get a sequel of that. That it's more like Resident Evil but better. You're actually taking guns, machines, knife, killing creatures, evil, facing doctors that know about the time of when things supposed to happen. They unravel a scientist of Javot. You would actually see Javot and the crazy madness of things that the scientists try to figure out how can he capture Baby Green, and the commandos try to stop him because he figured out for the future if he's he might be the only one who can stop Zare, and he has to capture Baby Green. So what happens? The commandos have to stop him and lock him away, just like Doctor Robotnik's grandfather. Yeah, they're gonna have to lock away Javot because he's a threat. If he gets his hands on Baby Green, oh boy, we're in trouble. We have to rescue him. So we gotta watch out for Javot. Javot is a very powerful threat, and it can be the end of Sonic's future as we know it. So that's what's gonna be awesome to play the Commandos in a sequel of a dark and scary and rated M for mature game. So you guys are gonna get a rated M for mature Commandos Dark Side Future. A mansion house that holds so many secrets. How did they end up there? Well, they were flying a spaceship. They saw Baby. You don't see no bad things in Baby. You actually see Baby Green the Hedgehog with Sonic, and they said, "Good luck, Sonic. We'll take you to the." You'll be flying towards that new planet, and Commandos will jump off the spaceship into the mansion and find out secrets how to unravel things. They have a mission they have to complete. They take some of it soldiers, some great hero soldiers. Let's see, you get a adult woman, adult man, a child commando. Your same diapers, I know, or action clothes, and there'll be this dog. You get a dog, some sort of robot dog that will fight beside you, and you'll get a trusted character from the commandos, maybe from. I like to keep that a secret. I like to share forces in this, so I probably get a custom character will join, but it has to be something good. She will probably unravel secrets, and she will probably be throughout the game. She won't be like you can't hear her voice. You actually will hear her voice. Um, but that'll be up to Sega. If not, I'll just replace it with another Commando character. But I like some Sonic characters to join this action game. And for the Commandos, there'll be creatures that slams doors open, try to grab you and try to bite you and paralyze you from Javot's toxic medicine. What happens if a creature bites you, become one of its crazy minions and try to attack your own soldiers. One of the soldiers has gotten bitten and they started changing colors and they started going. Rrr. If you ever heard of a Sonic comic book where Sonic turns gray and all that, um, this is more worse than that. This is where you turn green and you turn against the enemy, your allies. Woo! Well, the thing is, you gotta watch out for the creatures is banging on the lockers and they break open and try to grab you. Javo was whipping up some medicine, some sort of shots or something to do its testing, so it can use that to turn their turn a army. What Javo's trying to do is create a powerful army that can take over the world and finally take down Zare. If he can't capture Baby Green, he can use his sort of his shots and all is they call it the TRM um, toxic medicine. It's a TRN stands for classic uh, toxic uh, Mectodium. 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 If he's been testing it on animals, and see if they can it can that he can control them and um, use these creatures to destroy Zaire. But will it be enough? We don't know what he's a crazy scientist that's doing crazy things right now. Why does he go after that baby? No, he knows that he can lose the war against Sonic the Hedgehog because he probably knows that Sonic is if Sonic's still alive, he doesn't need to do anything. But Sonic is dead, then he has to step in and try to capture Baby Greed. So he's not doing it right now, but he's hiding in the shadows in some crazy mansion. In the game, we don't know where he is. See, that's the thing. In Sonic and Baby Greed Avengers GR, we don't know where Javo is. He is whipping up a secret. Only the commandos can find him. They had to go through communications, locations where he is, what he's doing, track what he's doing, what he's up, he's grabbing people, minions, and all that, and they're working for Javo to commence his greatest plans. He's another scientist, but crazier than his grandfather. Oh boy. So, yeah, you guys gotta play that one. I call it the Commandos Underground sequel, Underground Mansion sequel. That's where the scientists are underground doing their experiments. So we gotta go underground in the mansion. So where is this mansion at? Everyone knows where the mansion is at. Should I show you a picture of it? It could be any mansion. It could be my mansion, or let me just give you a glimpse of the mansion. This is cool. It's started. It's not doing very well. I don't really care. It's because it's not free. uh, let me give you a. Jeez, what's wrong with this? Underground mansion can be like that. If you do this underground mansion, very big, but we don't have to use this. Sega can make their own mansion and put my character in that game because they know how to plan it and all the histories. The commandos will seek artifacts, what he's doing, what his plan is, what he's going to do next. Yeah, but yeah, this would be a Sonic Cartridge music album. Now I haven't put the album together, so I'm just gonna close this out just to tell you. So let me talk about how this world starts. I'll get to him later. I still got probably see how many more stages. Got four more. So right now I made it to the half point, I think, and about to use one, two, three more stages to go. So I'm going for the next stage. So I already finished. Only got three more worlds to go. So now we're gonna get into a factory or something. Now we're gonna move into a Doctor Robotnik's factory, and from there, after the factory, go into a speedway world, and from there we go into the last stage, and I add an extra one more bonus to the world, space fight. So this is where the Commandos and Baby Reed's team take on Dr. Robotnik's most powerful machine in space, and we have to destroy it. But it's very powerful, and it's planning to take over Big Planet and use Big and tries to um, try to turn Big Planet. Try to I don't know what Eggman's doing in space, but he's planning to turn the futures, try to use its power machine to turn the good futures into the bad futures to reverse the things what Sonic did. And he's going into space to do that as we know it. And it'll make Sonic to start all over, but he won't be able to change the future anymore because he knows if he does use the ray power to destroy something in the big planet Earth, he won't. No one will be able to change it back if Eggman uses it. I mean, Doctor Robotnik uses it. So, what is this machine? Well, I like to keep that one a secret. It's very good. You already seen this first Titan. You already not it's not a Titan. You already seen this first creature of the Chaos Power. temple's trust. He's probably Dr. Robotnik has probably unveiled the temple's trust power that he can absorb the power. Does he take that he takes from the creature and uses it to take Sonic the Hedgehog down? And whatever was on him, it's in the robot, and he can summon creatures if he continues to gather the energy from the temple. Um, he's taking the energy from the temple and he's using it to take Sonic down. From the sword that was created was from the temple. Uh oh, is this the creature? We don't know. In the bad future, he might have absorbed his power, and it was glanced in the sword. Now he goes back into returns and he finds his future, good future or whatever it is. He uses the sword to take some of the energy from the temple and use it to destroy Sonic the Hedgehog and Baby the Hedgehog. Woo! How did you? That's a very good idea. So I like to keep. That's a very good idea. So you guys know now what that sword is doing. So and it's very powerful. Can he break this? I don't think so. You got to destroy the robot, not the sword. The sword is not the target; it's the robot. So let me go into my. Not doing good, but I'm doing good with subscribers. It was 10. It was 10. It went up to 2. I gained 2 more. Awesome. So this is the first form, and this is. Let me just start from the beginning. So we get this done. I'm still on Sonic and Big Green Adventures GR, but today I already finished the half point, so now I'm gonna go into the game and work on it. Continue working on it. I don't need to do any more right now. Um. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. Let's go to the beginning. Shorts. No, I already have all the songs, so let me start and look for them. We start from the beginning. I didn't add the menu sound song yet, but that'll be at the end. Once I finish the levels, then I'll work on the album, the starting of the game songs. Got a lot of songs in here. They released the 2 tracks quick early. Oh, that's okay. Hmm. Where should we start from the first one? I'm looking for the first world. We can start this. Here's the first world, Palm Coast Tree Panic. You start from the first world if I can find it, but it's somewhere mixed in here. It's a past. Oh, it's in here somewhere. It's just hard to find it. It's one of the palm trees. It's probably past it. Probably was way down there. There it is. Palm tree is where you start, and you try to reach the past the goal as Sonic or Baby Greed, and you gotta reach your friend. You gotta reach Sonic the Hedgehog, or Baby Greed has to reach. Well, Baby Greed has to reach Sonic the Hedgehog, or Sonic reaches Baby Greed the Hedgehog. Once you join up together, you face at the end of the stage. You face the enemy. You face Dr. Robotnik. In this one, he is a tree. He is a robot tree. You can't miss the robot tree. Let me go grab this right here. robot tree. You know, hey, put it right back. You're a robot tree. You defeat the robot tree. I haven't talked about him yet, so I don't got it right now. I got the special one right here. Um, Once you defeat the robot tree, you move on to the next stage, time collision. Now, time collision is a no, let's see I have it here. Time collision for the boss is more like a machine clock, and Dr. Robotnik is not piloting this. It's being controlled by somebody else from some sort of scientist. I don't know. It's the game. It could be Dr. Robotnik. I not really confirmed it yet because I don't got it. But it's a machine that could be more like I'm thinking about just using a time robot, so I'm going to probably go with that. This is just what happens to the world. That probably yeah, it's a time clock. Or I just find some sort of time creature or time man that's trying to take over the world with Dr. Robotnik, and you have to defeat him. I don't know how I'm gonna visit this yet. I still need more time to think how I'm gonna work with this one. This one's supposed to be a time world, and somebody from the time could be, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it that way. So it's a boss is Dr. Robotnik, and he's got a machine that's trying to take Sonic down. Once you defeat this time crazy creature or time Dr. Robotnik, you will move on to the next stage. Once you change the past to the good future, you'll be just fine. Now we move on to the next one, where it's more like the bear world or rabbit animal world. It's like where we're at Yogi's land. I call it the Yogi world. Um, it's It's the underwater temple, but it's not the temple trust. It's just a temple that makes the world look beautiful. Just a it's a it's a waterfall temple that's hidden in the inside the cave somewhere, inside underneath the waterfall. That's where it's baby. You said what? Something underneath the waterfall? Is the temple in the waterfall? Really? Yeah, that's wondering what's it doing all the way in the waterfall, below the waterfall. That's the strangest thing. So the temple's behind the waterfall. Wow. Okay. So wherever that waterfall in the world, you have to find it. You go through the temple, throughout the temple, past the go, and you go through the other side of the Yogi's Bear Land, and you pass the stage, turn it to Good Future, and then we face the next creature would be, if I remember, did I actually got that creature? I forgot. Do I have him? Did I do the boss on this one? Did I, or did I skip it? I couldn't have skipped it. I know I got it. Let me check. Hang on. I just found out what it is. It's an elephant robot that's being controlled by Baby Gallius and Dr. Robotnik and Baby Gallius. This elephant's very powerful and heavy, and it carries lots of guns, and it's very strong. It's a robot that does damage, and it might look like an elephant, but it transforms into a giant elephant machine. Maybe the size of this, but smaller. This one's bigger. Um, it probably carries a blades of everything, and it does heavy damages. Very strong for Sonic to watch out with. This thing rages and it's very heavy, and it can crush you with its feet. And you don't want to go against the elephant war machine. Eggman's making some very powerful war machines. Here it is, right here. The elephant that you meet up in the outside the temple waterfall. You face this giant elephant. It's a machine. It very packs a punch. If you guys don't realize it, you might think it's not very. It doesn't look very good. No, 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 no. Don't estimate the elephant. Everybody thought they won't have an elephant in the game, so I made one. So I made an elephant for Sonic and Baby Grease CD2. So that way because they didn't have one in all kinds of Sonic games, so I made one for the first time in a Sonic game. Awesome. So you would finally see an elephant robot that we will face. So this machine looks like just an ordinary elephant, but it isn't. It transformed into a robot. So it just comes right at you and faces you as an elephant, original elephant, and it shocks you with its feet. And you see the underneath his feet is sort of orange. That's its electric feet, and it can shock you through the water. Woo! It's very strong. Like I tell you, you can get shocked, and it can stun you and everything. It's packed with electrocution wires. Woo! And there's more about this mysterious elephant and its raging powerful attacks. It has rockets, it has lasers, and it has claws that can hurt you. And it's really packs a dangerous punch than the time clock. So things get harder and harder as you continue on. So if you guys face this elephant in Sonic Adventure CD2, be cautious of its feet because it really packs a punch. All right. Now we move on to the Temple Trust. Now, we actually made it to this part now. You change the future. On the first world, it's a beautiful, glancing world. Where is the picture? I didn't post it here. Oh well, no problem. Did it like this because it shows the pictures of him. It's a temple. This is the present. So the temple is this is a this is a tower. This is called the tower. This is not the temple. The other one on the picture is the temple. It's in zone 2. The tower is where the tribes live from ancient. They are the mystic people that's more like Knuckles, but they're sort of different tribes to protect something in that tower. I don't know what I should add to that story, but the tower has an unimaginable energy that forms from the emeralds, and it makes its energy that's probably Dr. Robotnik has collected and also collected from the temple to form a very powerful machine. So he might have went into the temple and grabbed some of its powers and took over and from the bad future and used some of that technology, used some of that ancient ruins power to build a most powerful machine that's on the picture that comes from the tower. That's probably where he got it from. He built this most powerful machine that makes his mouth open and close and glances with his glowing eyes. And if you guys wonder, it's probably giving a connection. They don't seem to. It's bringing Sonic. It's bringing um, Sonic movies closer to my game. It's just because it's bringing it close to my game. They just say Sonic CD2 really. Um, Mine is Sonic Adventure CD2. It's bringing. Hang on for a minute. I know I seen it. Yeah, they already built it. It's really. Hang on. It's the same thing. Everything's still the same. Nothing's changed. Oh, it's already been released in November. I know I saw this game from somewhere. I know I saw this game from somewhere. It didn't look that very good, and the music didn't tie it very good. The game didn't turn out to be good. If I look for it right now, we would find. I already heard of it. I already seen it. It didn't look very good. I don't want to. Yeah, there it is. It makes my stomach feels, and I already talked about it. It didn't seem very good. He was saying it's bad. There it is. Sonic CD2. Ooh, it's still the same. My God, man. And they put the start button from the top. Look at that. I'm very sick. The game doesn't look very good. Now they made Sonic. Which one's better? I think mine is turn. My album's turning better. Um, um, I think mine's with the game. I got the model. It's. I think mine's will be better. Um, the best. I make mine's the best. Now, if I made it in 2D, it wouldn't be like this. Look at that! You see it? They put it there. They seem to like it. I think it caught the attention. And I'm a music artist. I make mine the best, but I don't know what to do in there. But they seem to like it. But anyway, let me move on. I know I've seen this game somewhere. It didn't turn out the way some weed really. Weed. Egg robot. I don't know if something. I have seen the game. Let me give him something here. Let me reply. I'll do that after this, but I want to get them. They probably heard of it and they stopped. But I want to hang on. Let me shape up the fire. Well, sorry to keep you guys waiting. That's not correct, but not really correct. It's not correct. The machine was created by Dr. Egg. Let me break down this for the AI. This machine was created by Dr. Eggman, and Baby Gallius was working and playing in the spaceship with Eggman. Well, Baby Gallius, now Baby Gallius was part of this. Baby Gallius is supposed to be in this machine with Eggman, with Doctor Robotnik. Where would Baby Gallius be? Gallius be? Baby Gallius, Eggman is supposed to be on the top. Baby Gallius is the body that strengthens, that controls the arms and well, Eggman controls the whole entire body. But um, if Eggman wanted Gallius to take over, Eggman will give a little control to his arms and legs, meaning you don't know if Baby Gallius is fighting you right at the moment. In some moves, this is why they're both combined. He has so many moves. Why? Because Baby Gallius knows the fighting styles. So Baby Gallius will use some of these style moves, like the fighting styles. The swords will be Eggman. The attack modes will be Gallius. So they're both working together to use combination moves. And sometimes finishing moves that Gallius can jump very high and strike you down. The striking moves could be some of Gallius' moves. The most antagonist one he uses is probably um, Dark Hand. So this means the ice attacks will flame from the floor. So that's what he's using, Dark Hand. Gallius uses Dark Hand. So this is mostly his most extremely moves. It's one of the deadliest attacks you gotta watch out for because Dark Hand can be unleashed from far distance. So it's like a waterfall wave just going this way. It's like when he Dark Hand when he reaches his hands go to the ground and then it comes towards you. You can avoid this move if you're super form, but if you're not, expect to get hit. That's why Baby Greed is there with you. He could transform you into super if he has enough energy. Gives you there's energy core everywhere around the spaceship, everywhere around this area. You cannot miss the energy cores. Energy things are around, so you can pick them up. Rings can increase the energy. Twin rings can increase Baby Greed's energy. So there's a lot of twin rings, so that it will keep you going in the battle for a long time. So this will really be helpful once you turn into super. When you need Baby Greed to turn you into super, do it as soon as possible, or else expect to die or lose. So super form will be required at this world. If you don't use Baby Greed in transformation, you will lose. Some of these moves are finishing moves, and most of them are. Some of these moves are finishing moves. Some of them are not. So you don't have to be super form in some of the moves. But if he launches these moves and things starts to have earthquakes, you will realize you have to turn super before this happens. Once an earthquake or something rumbles from the ground, it means he's about to use a super move, mean a finishing move. I expect you to transform if things starts to rumble. If not, you're fine. The most worrying one you gotta watch out for. Oh my god, I hate to give this one to you, but it's very scary. Which one is the most deadliest one you gotta watch out for? Here are the finishing moves. The deadly one. The crazy attack. And the thunder one. Where's the crazy strike? This one he stretches his hands out and his head just twitches around, and then the world turns green, and the world starts to shake and starts to rumble like. And then once he does, he jumps in the air and starts charging towards you and crushes you with his whole entire body power. And he strikes you with his sword, its electric bolts, and everything. It's a crazy move. I think Gallius does that because he's gotten this probably was Gallius because Gallius gets he goes out he gets berserk he goes crazy and he goes once Eggman hands over the controls to Baby Gallius, this move can be used. Then he can use this move. This move is very scary and you don't know when he's gonna use it. When you get him very angry, he goes berserk. The baby goes berserk. The baby has a temper trouble. So when you get him angry, expect this to be unleashed. So when you hear Eggman, Gallius take over. I have to repair. Yeah, Eggman will start to repair the machine slowly, giving you time to take him down. But if you let him repair his ship, his he Eggman will take over and he will go down to the main core and try to repair the machine. Then you'll see a bar saying he's repairing, strike him before he repairs. Now Gallius takes over and starts to fight you back while he's trying to repair. How much repair will it take? Probably 10%. He will repair at 10%. So he will get 10% HP back if you don't stop him in time. How many times he repairs? Every time you hit him more like 20%, then he will start to repair at 10%. So yeah. So when you hit him at 20%, every time you hit 20% of his HP loses, he will try to repair at 10%. And and if you don't make a move, he'll repair another 10% at the next time. Every time he makes 4 moves, he will try to repair at 10%. When his bar reaches half point, then he will try to repair at 10%, trying to fill up the bar. So this machine is gonna be tough. Eggman is this one is very tough and very hard to defeat. So this is gonna be a very tough challenge. It's like facing Gandorf in Zelda Aqua of Time. so woo. So yeah, I'm just letting you know what this thing is. All the other moves are very dangerous, but you can avoid them with super form. Some are critical, some are finishing moves. Now there's one you cannot avoid even if you're super. Um, the self the machine self destruct. You must run away from him as fast as you can. There will be an exit door when the match when you have finally defeated him. When you defeat him, then he will try to self destruct and try to charge at you. You must run away from him as fast as you can. If you don't, if he gets close enough to you, you will die instantly. So you gotta run. He'll keep charging at you. But what happens to Eggman and Gallius? Well, they make an escape once they make an escape, and then the machine goes autopilot, and charges at Sonic. Eggman uses a tool called autopilot, and it'll target the enemy called Sonic the Hedgehog. And there's no way he can change his course. It will continue to charge at you until he gets you. You can be if you're super, you can outrun it, but it's very fast. If you lose super form, it will catch up to you. You must get enough energy to continue running away from you. You can outrun it, but when you run out of super form at this point, you must get enough energy before it catches up to you. If it catches up to you and reaches you in time when the time runs out, there'll be a time meter on the top. If it goes to zero and if he gets close to you, it will explode and kill you, wiping you out of the field. And you must get it away from the city as fast. You must get it away from the city as far as you can, somewhere in the desert. You must get it as fast away from the city and the forest. Because if you don't, well, if you don't, the forest might get damaged, but don't worry. I think it won't matter about the forest, but if there's animals, I would suggest you lead it towards the desert, or you will self-destruct, destroy the whole population. You don't want that because then the bad future will come if you destroy the population. Because I like to reveal Sonic, a decoy Sonic was fighting this machine in the future, and he destroyed it, and the and he dis Eggman lied to the people that he destroyed their city, and then things went the bad road. The future changed to bad future. So yeah, that's part of the piece. So you guys know now. So now the robot can fill that in, and know that Eggman is causing the future to be very very bad. So if it wasn't for Sonic to change the future, then they will be. It'll be like this. This is what you'll see. That's what you'll see. Everybody will follow after Eggman because they were afraid that Sonic would destroy the world. Well, that's what happened. Eggman did it. The world fell apart. Eggman destroyed the world, made a conquest of its own dreams. Eggman got what he wanted in the bad future, but the world turned very destruction. The world fell apart. Things was falling apart. The world, the chaos, all that was destroying their city as Eggman's trying to stay in power, using this sort of move to say, "Oh, this world is being destroyed by this, and it's caused a Sonic. Stay with me, and I'll try to fight it off." And then he was doing that, but the world kept getting worse and worse, and Eggman kept getting stringer and stringer. Like he can stop this, blah blah blah, and he didn't know he was about to destroy the planet. Because the more he used this part of the plot, the more worse it got, and there was no way Eggman can control it. So, but he still was in power, and things was they they think the world will end. Well, without a hero to save the world, who could they turn to? Doctor Eggman. So they turned to him, and they thought he would be the man to save their world, but I guess not. It just fell apart, and he didn't care. He had his own city, his own ruling. He let the people on the world just suffer, and let the world get destroyed, and he didn't really care. If he wanted to live in a world, you live in his city, and everything will be okay. Outside the world is nothing but destruction, a wasteland, and this is what's happening to the world. It's becoming a wasteland, as I stated in Sonic CD. He's taking a different road. He's taking it like, you follow me and I will save your world. Um, Sonic is to blame for doing all this, and So what Sonic did, went back into the future to change this future, preventing this from happening, and he did. But now that uh, Eggman found out there was no way he could stop him, but Egg, from the bad future, Eggman did something from the bad future. He went to the Temple's power. Um, he went to the Temple's power, and the temple was still active. It was not taken. Um, Beyblade has not been at the temple in the bad future. This is was Eggman's. This is what Doctor Robotnik's chance, because he knew about the temple and he learned that there must have been a way to absorb some of that power from the temple, and he did. He took something from Velcron, some of the energy from Velcron, and he created a um, crystal emerald sword and used the emerald sword to take some of that power from the temple and empower his machine. And what do we get now? What happened to the machine? There you have it. Mean and bad machine. This is what happened to the machine. It turned into a dark and evil machine that can talk and move its mouth, that Eggman can control and talk to the people. And not only that, this machine is pure machine, black machine, and it's looking to hurt somebody in its path. But this is the first form. Once Sonic defeated this, it transformed into a second form. It transformed into a stronger robot. Sonic thought he destroyed the machine, but no, it transformed, and it was another round for Sonic to defeat, and it was even harder than it was before. Baby Gallus and Eggman has transformed the machine and got inside their pilot spots and started making torturing, trying to defeat Sonic the Hedgehog day and night. Whoa! And these are all his attacks once it was transformed. So yeah, that's it. And from this conquest, I will continue on. I think I still have a few more zones to go before I reach the end of the point. And like I said, I have a special zone called the Space Zone where the Commandos join up with Sonic and try to defeat Dr. Robotnik once and for all. And he gets defeated and he falls back into um, Palm Coast Tree Panic. And yeah, like I said, the indie music goes there. He thought he won, but he still had his little friend, baby Gallus, and they just jabbered and had fun and played in the forest as they thought of another plan how to take over the world again, and they took their sights back to the earth again. So yeah, that was called the ending, but it wasn't. It was not the end for those two goons. They were gonna do. They're gonna try to plan another plot, returning to the Earth, and this will be GX. There you go. Whereas there will finally rise, and we have to defeat him, and it's a bigger game. So yeah, that seems like, and not only that, we take our final break and Sonic. One more wait after CD, it will be Sonic R2, where the final court they return back to the Earth and they race, and then after that's all over, they go to Sonic and Baby Great Adventures GR, the Masters of the Chaos Fusion. And then from there, once that's all, that's how the game's gonna play out. The CD, then Racers, then back to GR, and that's GX, and going from there. So that's how the game's gonna play out. But I'm not gonna build all that. I'm only building this cartridge. That way, you guys will know there is that game still here, and if it'll still be sitting here for some reason. But that's the other piece of the game, and it's very good. The music tells it, and I got the models here. It won't go anywhere. You guys can look at it from Sonic and Baby Grease CD2. Today I'm going to go back to the project and finish it off. Am I gonna go to the next level? No, not really. I got a few more days to go if I don't do it in uh, everything. Let's see. I gotta think here. I got a few more days before I have to pay another bill. Gotta think hard. What am I gonna do? This month I have to save. Yeah, because I need $10. So okay, I got it. So, well, people, I think that's. Oh, before I do, I like to show you this. Here's what I wrote the story. I wrote the song. You can watch this. Oh, so I'm trying to figure out what line should I write. If I get it correctly, I need to transfer to write this correctly. So so I'm writing this. So I made some wrong mistakes on my music line. What song I was writing this? This one right here. So I'm writing my song. There's proof. I'm writing the song. How do I make it bigger? So we don't. See, I got this right, and I don't think why it says the devil word, but there's no devil word in this. See, because my story doesn't have that. My music line doesn't have a devil's name. Well, maybe maybe the machine wanted to spark it more better. That's okay. I'm fine with that. Makes it more raging for Doctor Eggman to be more vicious. The vicious he is, the better the people like. And in his universe, where in this universe, he's very mean, very enraged, and anything ticks him off, he really takes it on. He really takes on the challenge. It really shows its mercy. Shows no mercy to the enemy. So we can fast forward this. See, I wrote it. So I changed that. Dr. Robotnik. I changed that. I might have made some mistakes I need to fix. See, I'm writing my line. Yeah, transferring my pitch, my 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 lyrics. Nice of the machine that nice of the storage to take my lyrics into a folder. I could have wrote more to the song, but this is good enough. It's too late. I can't write no more. Did I do a good job on my lyrics? I hope I did. And that's it. I continue to write my lyrics. I can go back so I can show you again. You can slow it down from YouTube so you can figure out what I'm writing. I'm doing it as slow as I can so you can slow it down. See, I did a lot of lyric changing. I thought of this line, but it didn't seem to turn out right, so I decided to change the lines. I wrote some better lines for it. It turned out very, very good. It should have, the grin should have been changed, but that's okay. It's too late. There's some grin could be useful. I think Granny's laughing at Dr. Robotnik. Probably the baby's laughing at him. But he gets very more rage. Alright then, I think that's it, people. I hope you. And you asked me, did he take all the energy from the temple? No, he only used the reserve power. The reserve power, if the temple was taken or not, there's still the power is still inside the temple. It just took the energy that the his energy away, not his power. He took the animal's energy away, not the true power, just the power of evil. Um, the power of evil that the animal had in its life that was no longer awoken. So he took what he took was the dark side of him, the dark side of the animal. And the machine took that dark side of the animal and it's in the machine, and now he can do what the animal does best. He can summon minions and all that. It's using the dark side that the test was supposed to be for Baby Greed as the good side, but the test from the dark side was stolen from the animal and given to the machine. So that dark side power is now in Doctor Robotnik's machine, meaning he can use the power of the dark side of the Temple Trust. Oh no, that's very bad, right? I think so. This means he could summon the creatures like from whatever is written down, what it can do. Let's see where it is. The dark side. The good side's here. Where is it? Is that right here? No, it's not on this one. It's on the temple, I think. Pass the test. Sonic has return the stone. You see, here's the guy. He tries to protect. This is telling the story. I don't see what the temple says to. Um, I think it's the temple here. This is right here. Here it is. Awakens the power, and where it says bonus. Look at it. It increases the magic chaos emeralds and transforms. It lasts longer to transform. It also comes with there it is right here. It's hidden powers, awaken the Bay Chaos Emeralds to creating baby Chaos Emeralds. This is right here. This is it. What it did in the dark side, so the temple gave the dark side powers to Dr. Robotnik, and what was in this temple was this. This is what Dr. Robotnik wanted. This, the dark powers of the animals. So what happened to the robot? It has that power now. Only in the machine. Once the machine is destroyed, all that power is gone. So once the machine is destroyed, it can no longer use that power anymore. The dark powers go back to the temple. Woo! So we didn't know Eggman could do this. Dr. Robotnik did this. How can he absorb the dark side powers from the temple? I guess he found a way to do it now in Sonic CD2. Or maybe he knew from the beginning he was learning how to do it. So now he used that sort of power. Now, for every temple he goes across, he can use that power and turn it against Sonic. This is why it's very tough now that he now can use the powers of the temple. Now, this requires super form. It's called a test. Can you beat the test now? Now, this is another test. Can you defeat the dark side test? Woohoo! Whoa. So now you know. Now the robot can fill that in, right? AI. Now you can fill that in. Okay. For Sonic and Baby Grease CD2, I think that's everything. I hope this has been clear to you now. Thank you very much, and I'm gonna return back to the project if I can. See you next time.